My mod, Argon, sent me this without telling me what this video is and told me to react to it. And apparently it was in conjunction with one of the lovely chatters here, Kurtman. I don't know what this is. I'm scared. Let's do this thing.
LuminusRed, how are you? Sorry, let's try that again. All right, we'll do a take two, as they say in the industry. LuminusRed, what's going on? It's Kafka. A little birdie told me, actually quite a few birdies who refer to themselves as the Lusters. I do like that name.
What did she know?
Well, they reached out to me in regards to a cameo. LuminusRed, and I wanted my voice actor to give you a little bit of guidance on your aspiring voiceover career. So I'm gonna let her take it away, but I just wanted to say hi.
What?
I saw all of your videos. Well, maybe not all.
What?
But I saw a few of your videos on YouTube.
What?
Thanks for the shout-outs.
What?
I'm so glad that you enjoy the voice. I'll hand it off to Cheryl. What is going on, LuminusRed? How are you? I love our girl Kafka. What is this? There's something purple in the corner of my screen. This is new on Cameo, sorry. So we're all experiencing this in real time at the moment. Apparently they have a timer, like a countdown, like wrapping up. Anyways, I'm not gonna wrap it up. I've got plenty of time. LuminusRed. Wow, we're a minute and 35 in, and you're probably extraordinarily confused as to what's happening. So here's the deal. Your peeps, the Lusters, I do enjoy that name. They reached out to me, and they were like, listen, LuminusRed is pretty rad, and she has this online avatar, and you do a whole bunch of commentary on video games. Honkai Star Rail as one of them. I checked it out. I checked you out. And they mention that you are journeying off into the voiceover land. Either that or maybe you're aspiring to. Regardless, personally, I feel like you're pretty much already dabbling in it by doing your avatar. You're getting your voice warmed up by putting it out there. So they wanted me to give you some tips and guidance. Okay, 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and here's the purpose for the video. Fantastic. LuminusRed, let me tell you something. So first off, I love that you already have an online presence. I think that that's really rad. Build your community. Build it. It's important. It's lovely. And you clearly have people who adore you. So that's another whole level of awesome. Okay.
Awesome.
So you're doing life right.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about
Thank
voiceover,
you.
right?
Okay.
So
let's do this.
Overall, number one, start where you are. Don't overthink it. Literally just jump
Don't
in.
worry, I can't think right now.
The first voiceover gig that I ever got professionally was through Audible.
Okay.
And it's acx.com. That's Audible's website for submitting yourself. And I recorded on my phone, just my iPhone, in my closet. And I booked the job. And then after I booked it, it ended up being it ended up being a book series, and I'll tell you a little business tidbit. I booked one book and got it, and I really liked the author. Basically you work one-on-one. You become the producer, so you record it, you edit it, you produce it, which is basically just editing and sending it off and making sure that all the specs are right. And ACX Audible will tell you what the specs are. Very, very straightforward. And you have direct access to the author. And I was doing one of the books, and I basically did a research. I did a search and realized that there were 5 books in it. And so I just pitched myself. I said, hey, wouldn't it be so great if all of the books in the series had the same audiobook narrator? This way you could just really binge the series and not get taken out by different by different narrators. And she's like, I love that idea. Yeah, here are 4 other books. So that was just basically tidbit on the business end of it after I got the job. So voiceover tip, start where you are, wherever that may be, and just start playing around. Don't approach auditions as though they're especially when you're starting out. Don't approach them like they're this delicate thing where you have to make it perfect before you send it off. Otherwise, the people are gonna like remember like, oh gosh, LuminusRed's tape was just no, like that's not. It is such a numbers game. Even when you have reps, it is a numbers game in the voiceover world. And the crazier thing is, wherever you're at, you're going to be going up against the top of the top, because the top of the top in the voiceover world are everywhere. They have infiltrated every market. So even if you think you're on voicebunny.com or voices123.com and you're like, oh, this is just for the people who are starting out and getting their feet wet. No, there are like some greats that are just kind of in there in the mix. But the playing field is still leveled because you have a unique voice that's going to be right for whatever project it ends up being right for. So, oh my gosh, we're at 5 minutes, but you know what? We're almost at 6. I hope that you're gaining some info.
I'm learning a lot
from this. So. Start where you are and don't overthink those auditions. Okay, so that's, I would say those are 2.
Don't worry.
2 of the top advice.
I can't think anymore.
3,
I lost that.
Don't pigeonhole yourself to be like, I love video games, so that's what I'm going to do.
Got it.
Because the voiceover world is going to choose what it wants you in. So obviously I'm an on-screen actor. I also do stage. That's my foundation. I also love musicals. I've done a few commercials, but I've always known, okay, when it comes to on-camera, I know TV and film is going to mostly be where my bread and butter is going to come from. Commercials aren't going to do it for me. On camera, you have that choice. And I stepped away from the stage to focus on TV and film, right?
Got it. Okay.
So in the voiceover world, that was kind of like an offhander, and my agents were like, awesome. They assumed I was going to do more animation, and then they just threw everything to the walls. They were like, okay, here are commercials, here are video games, here are infomercials, here are demos, here are cartoons. I don't know if I already said that. Anyways, it was a ton of stuff, commercials. It was a ton of stuff that I was just like throwing out on, and video games and commercials were pretty much the 2 that locked me in. And even my agents were really surprised. And also voice matching. I've done quite a bit of voice matching.
Oh, cool.
And that's, if you're musical, you have a good ear, so you can probably voice match too. So that's a whole other area. So
I will.
Don't be particular, don't be picky, especially when you're starting out. Just audition for everything.
Got
throw
it.
it down, throw it down, throw it
Got
down.
it.
And audiobooks, what I love about them is, number one, there's so much available to you right now that you could just start working, and because you're the editor on it, you get yourself on the mic and you get yourself in the editing room. And that is so important, because that's the gig. When you are in the voiceover world, you are editing constantly. All of your auditions, you are throwing your audition down, and then you're jumping in and editing, and then you're sending it off to your agent or the producer or whoever it is. So you really want to get comfortable, and you want to get quick at it. And the only way to do that is by putting in the time, putting in the hours, right? I'm sure your first videos on YouTube when you were starting with LuminusRed and this entire avatar.
Don't let her see my first video, which is basically me just simping for Cottontail by having gone to her spicy site and found out all of her tattoos to draw a tattoo. Don't let her see that. This video is 15 minutes, I just noticed. Oh my god. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so. Kurtman, Argon, anyone else involved, thank you so much.
First few were a bit clunky. You're like, I don't quite know my rhythm yet. I don't know my vibe.
I love her
don't know
more.
how to do my setup, or something as simple as like a microphone, a light, how am I going to share my screen? How am I going to do the dual screen, right?
How am I
going to do my green screen with my avatar?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that all of that was kind of like in the first few videos, you were finding your footing, and the more you did it, the quicker you got. And now you've been doing it for so long, and you're like, got this. You just kind of hop right down. That's where you will get when it comes to not only auditioning, but also performing. So now some performing notes. So in regards to performing.
Why is she so cute?
love this note, and it was from my agent. So I sat down with my agents, and I met with a few voiceover agents, and we just weren't clicking. And my VO agent that I'm signed with, she had seen a YouTube series that I did. It was a sketch series, and she just got me. She immediately was like, I get it. I want to work with it. So she basically said, go in that booth and play. And that was the best advice that she possibly could have given me, because the booth itself, it's dead space. So it almost feels like you're afraid to do anything and you're afraid to be big. And I'm running out of time. It's going to stop. I'm going to pick up and do a little bit in the second video. Okay. So
oh my
I'll be
gosh,
right
what? Oh my gosh.
This is the second video.
You're just going to go about...
Oh my God. I'm not teaching you. I'm not teaching you. I'm just giving you advice.
Oh, she's so cute. Oh my God. Oh, this is so painful.
I just wanted to pick up where I left off in the last video talking about performance.
Oh my God.
So I could talk about this stuff for hours, and in fact I have.
Please do.
So if you are actually curious about, I speak a bit more in depth in regards to like specifics with like recording setups and performance technique on my TikTok, and I have some videos also on my Instagram, and it's just Cheryl,
I'm about
Texiera.
to follow you there.
But here we are, so may as well share also all of that jazz, LuminusRed. So picking up where I left off really quick, performance is, if you haven't taken a performance class, I would. Because so much about voice acting is acting.
I've been taking improv lessons and some acting lessons for about a year now, because I'm on top of things. A lot more improv than acting lessons, but they go hand in parcel sometimes. I know how to act, and I can do it off the cuff. As you can see here, I am acting like I'm a sane person right now, but I'm kind of honestly just feeling like I'm going to explode. See? Acting. I fainted twice today, if you're watching this. So I honestly, yeah.
And you just happen to be doing it in front of a microphone. There are absolutely the technicalities of playing around with a mic and messing around with, like, the closer you get, the more bass comes out of your voice. The further away you get, the more ambience in the room is picked up on the mic. So there are absolutely technicalities when it comes to that, and knowing how to play with it, especially making your I was going to say your tape, but your recording pop, which you're going to want to do. So I would really work on playing with characters and taking an improv class. I love improv. Yes! When it comes to animation, if you are auditioning for animation, have fun, improvise, unless they really specifically say don't. When it comes to commercials. See,
your girl is prepared. Your girl comes prepared. She comes prepared. Perfect.
I always give a little bit. Here's a big tip. Any piece of dialogue, give a moment before and a moment after. So, like, for example, if the line is, I can't go there, sometimes you won't have any information as to why the character is saying I can't go there, who they're talking to. You'll get nothing. You will simply know maybe a little bit about who your character is, and then the line, I can't go there. So give it life. You won't know where they are, so just make it up yourself, right? So I would do something like, I can't go there. Right? So that might be take A, and then I would do an A and B take for an audition. Sometimes I'll do A, B, C take, right?
Got it.
So I would do, I can't go there. And then another big tip is emphasize different words. So I can't go there, like you could go there, I can't go there, or emphasize the can't. I can't go there. Right? And then fill in and then just go on right on down the line. You can emphasize each word in the sentence, and you'll have a completely different take, a completely different meaning. And then you mess around with different voice elements. So Debbie Derryberry has a great book on this. And again, if you sing, knowing your instrument is truly so important. Knowing to put things a bit more higher in the soft palate, and then going nasal and going more in the nose, or dropping it down to Kafka. Right. And that's where basically I say it's the bedroom voice.
Yes!
I
It is.
recorded so many sessions at like 8 a.m. Like rolled out of bed, hopped into the studio. I barely had coffee, and I was like, let's throw some stuff down. What's up, trailblazers? Right? So it's hilarious. Okay, and then I'm trying to think if there are any other words of wisdom that I could share with you. First off, just enjoy the journey. Yeah, enjoy the journey. Don't be so focused on numbers. My husband works at Universal, and one of the voiceover actors who does all of the announcing, he said that he had 400 auditions. He did 400 auditions before he landed a job.
Jeez.
When he landed that job, it paid for a mortgage, and it keeps on giving. So you never know. Just stay in it. And if you do need a break, I am a big believer in take a break, but don't completely count yourself out yet.
Got it.
Yeah. And other than that, LuminusRed, keep having a wonderful life. Because the more life you live, the more you'll be able to give to your characters and your performance. And to the Lusters, thank you so much for this opportunity to chit-chat with my girl, LuminusRed, and also to see her stuff. I love that. I love that you're building a community. I think it's so cool. So keep on crushing it with that, and break a leg, as they say in the biz. I think you're going to do great. All right. Mwah. Ciao. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so freaking much. Argon, Kurtman, everyone else who... Thank you! Also, girl, okay, I'm just going to put this back on screen because I want people to be able to find her.
Keep on crushing it with that, and
I want to see the kiss again.
Break a leg, as they say in the biz. I think you're going to do great. All right.
Thank you.
Mwah. Ciao. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I just wanted to make sure this on maybe there's like there's brighter now, but like go book her on Cameo if you want. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, and you know what, like, okay, honestly, amazing advice. I'm thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. I don't. I'm overwhelmed. I'm losing my mind. This has been an intense day so far. Oh my gosh. Actually, this morning I just agreed to do a voice role on a fan animation gig. So I'm already taking steps there where I'm trying to grab as many of these options as I can. And I do have some, I've got about 2 voice acting credits underneath my belt. And so, you know what? I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep doing these things. So what was the advice given? Scattershot, make sure don't to give up. Do as many as you can. Singing lessons, acting lessons, improv lessons. Get a good control of your instrument. I'm going to rewatch this 5,000 times so that I learn everything else I missed. But thank you. My God. Thank you, Cheryl. We're just going to hit the download button real quick here. Wow, my eyes hurt now. Ow. Okay, now we go back here. Why is this one dark mode and this one is deathly light mode? Okay, well, that's downloading. Of anything I was expecting, that was not it. And I am so glad it was that. Honestly, and I'm also, okay, like, and Cottontail's, like, voice acting thing is coming up, so I've been really working on my voice acting, and this is so inspirational and helpful. I'm gonna show them everything I've got. I'm gonna be the best voice actor I can. Cheryl, if you end up seeing this, I'm gonna do my best, and you're going to look at me one day. You're gonna see my name in little credits somewhere, and you'll be like, I helped that girl. I did. And I will be so proud that you did. Thank you for being part of that journey for me. Thank you, Kurtman and Argon, for so much help on this. Thank you. I have no earthly idea how much you spent on a 15-minute cameo, but thank you. Thank you.